Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks, another lockdown news roundup for you. A doctor in the USA has told people to wear 4 masks for extra safety. ASDA started giving out jabs so you can shop and go. And Tony, the Blair, has emerged from whatever lair he dwells in to champion the health passport. But first we have some crazy, loopy, overreactive news from America. This again just shows how, well, either these certain people in the media are literally losing their minds, or alternatively, they are just trolling the public. I mean, that is a possibility, I suppose. A doctor in the USA said to NBC that the public should wear not 1, oh no, not 2, not even 3, but 4 masks, overlapped. Yes, they said this and they weren't joking. They weren't even being sarcastic. They were being serious. It says here in the NBC article, the key is to strike a balance between comfort and effectiveness. If you put 3 or 4 masks on, it's going to filter better because it's more layers of cloth, said Dr. Scott Siegel, chair of anesthesiology at Wake Forest Baptist Health in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. This media push for wearing multiple masks in America all started recently with that Dr. Fauci fella doing interviews saying people should wear 2 masks. And now this doctor has come out and he's trying to beat Dr. Fauci. It's like some kind of mask poker game. Mask trumps. Have they got a bet with each other to see who can get the public to wear the most masks? Is that what it is? It's a bit like China recently, looking to get people to get their tests taken up the, as opposed to up the nose. It's like, yeah, let's now try and take away their dignity as well as their freedom. So yeah, a doctor in the USA wants you to wear 4 masks. The madness of it all. You have to laugh, really, don't you? I mean, especially when you see other medical experts like CBS 4 medical editor Dr. David Haneda, who said 3 masks may be going too far, since that could interfere with the ability to breathe. Yes, the ability to breathe is a kind of fundamental necessity these days. So, a doctor recommending 4 masks, even though it may interfere with your ability to breathe, never mind the breathing, just get those masks on here. In other news, we have Tony Blair, another unelected annoyance, who is appearing in the press, in the media, going on about, you guessed it, he wants to bring in a global jab passport, a health passport, a freedom passport, so we can all be tracked and traced for the elites of this world, so we can be completely under their control. And well, you know, you couldn't pick a more trustworthy individual to be the face of this, could you? I mean, come on, everybody loves Tony Blair. I mean, if these people are so smart, if they are so clever at bringing in this future world of misery for everyone, why do they pick such a dodgy character to push these health passports? I mean, maybe they aren't as smart as some people make out. And Tony Blair, he's even got a cliche. He's even he's dreamt up a phrase. Virus anywhere is virus everywhere, he says. What do you reckon? Do you think he spent a couple of weeks scratching his arse in order to come up with that little gem of a catchphrase? Virus anywhere is virus everywhere. It seems to me these people are intent on brainwashing the public into complete OCD germaphobes who will end up being driven into an anxiety, panic meltdown just at the mention of the word virus. Mess up their heads so much so that even if you get 0 infections and 0 fatalities at some point in the future, if anything does appear, just the tiniest infection of somebody, then boom, everything is shut down and panic stations will ensue. That's the idea, isn't it, with that phrase? Any trace of the virus, and it's, oh my God, what are we going to do? Everything's shut down. That's the idea. Yeah, we all trust in Tony. He's even got his own Tony Blair Institute for Global Change, where he's trying to get everybody, or trying to persuade the public to get a global health passport or travel pass. Well, Tony, listen, mate, I'm not interested, right? It's never going to happen, okay? But Tony will say, you won't be able to get back to normal without the passport. So what? You want me to allow you to blackmail me into having to get one of your passports so I can have freedom, but only on your terms that you can take away from me at any time because of a new digital framework you and your people want to create? You want me to give up my freedom, a freedom which I already own. I mean, I'm born free, I am free, therefore I have freedom. And remember, it's Tony Blair who is selling you this idea. You couldn't trust this guy to tie his own shoelaces. The thing is, it's like a spider's web. Once you agree to these things, it's very hard to get out of them. A lot of these apps have terms and guidelines. And once you agree to them, you can agree to them just by sometimes downloading it. You're giving your rights away. It's a bit like with Facebook and Instagram, where you agree to allow them to be able to look through your photographs and all that stuff. You have to be careful these days about the terms and conditions, because on a lot of occasions, you are waiving your rights without knowing it. And in other news, we have ASDA. ASDA has announced it will be the first supermarket to be giving out jabs. ASDA becomes first supermarket to dish out jabs as woman 78 gets her injection, with store hoping to jab 240 people a day. Once again, this was laid out in the Project Moonshot documents that were up on the British Medical Journal website back in September, which clearly illustrates that the planning for all of this goes back a long, long way. To be clear, I'm not sure if it mentioned ASDA by name, but it did mention supermarkets and it did mention Sainsbury's. The Project Moonshot document also mentioned the health passport. This was all there. If this is news to you now, where you been? I was talking about this 3 months ago. ASDA said, many of the people who will attend the store today have been shielding at home for months, and we hope receiving the jab is the first step towards a return to normality for them. Yeah, of course it is. The first step towards going back to being normal. Oh, hold on. It won't stop you getting it. It won't stop you transmitting it. So, best put your mask back on, go back home and stay there and isolate. Save lives.
Oof! Here's one tip to check your cats at its best. You should feel, but not sneak, their ribs under their fur. Perfect size. Check your cats.